Hey, this is Eddie McCain, and I'm sitting here with Mr. Stephen Willeford, and we're going to interview him here in just a second. A few minutes ago, I was outside interviewing John McGuire, who is a candidate for U.S. House of Representatives, and I believe my phone froze up, because right in the middle of the interview, my phone stopped, and I had like 55% battery left. So it's so cold outside, I believe that was the problem. But anyway, we're indoors now, so it's warm. And I'm here with Stephen Willeford, and I'm going to let him introduce himself to you and tell his story.
Hello, I'm Stephen Willeford from Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Well, make sure you speak a little loud because of the noise in the restaurant.
I'm Stephen Willeford from Sutherland Springs, Texas. On November 5th, 2017, evil came into our church and started shooting up our church. He killed 26 of my neighbors and friends and wounded 20 more. My daughter informed me what was going on, and I ran across and grabbed my rifle out of the safe, loaded it. And
so your house is across the street from the church?
It's across two streets actually. It's about 100 yards from the front door from my front door to the front door of the church. And I didn't take time to put my shoes on, and I ran across the street and engaged the shooter, and we exchanged gunfire. He hit the truck in front of me, he hit the car behind me, he hit the house behind me, and he had on Class 3 body armor. For you guys who don't know what Class 3 body armor is, Class 2 is what police officers carry, and it will deflect and stop pistols. Class 3 stops a rifle. And I engaged him, and I hit him several times in the body armor. Had I not had an AR-15, then I probably would have been counted among the casualties.
What type of weapon was he using?
He was shooting an AR-15 also in the church, and he also had a pistol, and he also had other guns in the vehicle. The police told me that he had multiple guns and multiple loaded magazines. And so, you know, had I not had an AR-15, it probably would have gone really bad for me.
Well, it's a good thing you were there.
Well, somebody had to stop the shooting.
Yeah. It's bad. It's a bad situation. You never expect to be sitting in church and somebody walk in with the AR-15 and start killing people. As you said, he was pure evil.
He murdered 26 people.
How many of those 26 did you know? I'm just curious.
I knew most of them. And some of the people in the church were absolute heroes. Zach Person, a 17-year-old young man, signed up to be a Marine, and he got shot 7 times, and then his grandmother crawled on top of him to save his life, and she got shot and killed on top of him.
Wow.
Julie Workman was emergency room nurse, and after the shooting stopped, she was bleeding from her own wounds. She got shot in the breast and in the leg, and she was bleeding from her own wounds, got up, started tying tourniquets and saving lives in my church. Gunny Macias, and nobody seems to know what Gunny's first name really is. Everybody just calls him Gunny. He's a retired Marine. Gunny got shot 5 times in the abdomen. Gunny yelled out twice, real loud with a booming voice, "Hallelujah, hallelujah, even in this, praise God."
Wow.
And that was after the shooting left, and then Gunny started ordering people and telling him he couldn't stand himself. And he started ordering people what they needed to do to save their own lives. And then a little 7-year-old girl came to Gunny and said, "Gunny, I'm scared." And Gunny started singing "Jesus Loves You" to the 7-year-old girl.
Wow.
What a hero. And then Johnny Langendorf, when the shooter drove away. And, Johnny was just sitting there at the stop sign. I never met Johnny before in my life. I tapped on his window and said, "That man just shot up the church. We have to stop him." And Johnny unlocked the truck, let me in, and we chased him down for 11 miles.
11 miles.
11 miles, and then the shooter realized we were chasing him and shot and killed himself.
Wow. Well, man, I appreciate you sitting down with me and telling everyone here on Facebook your story. I remember reading about it in the paper, and of course it was on TV. But you know, didn't hear some of the stories you just told, like the story of the retired gunny sergeant who was shot 5 times and was singing songs to the little 7-year-old girl. You know, we didn't hear about that.
Or about the pregnant mother that lost 2 of her kids and put her own body on top of the 3rd one.
Yeah.
She was pregnant. She lost her life, but she saved her daughter.
Yeah, that's quite a community that you're from. Is this a community church? A little small community town?
Small. My community is under 600 people in population. Under 600 people. But I guess the moral of this story is if it can happen in Sutherland Springs, Texas, it can happen anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Be prepared, be armed, be ready. You can't stop evil from starting, but you can shorten its life.
Very well said. Stephen, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me. And anything else you want to say?
Come out to the rally tomorrow.
Yep, that's why I'm here. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. And a buddy of mine and myself, we drove up today to go to the rally. So anyway, I'm honored to have met you, and I really appreciate you sitting down and talking with me. I hate all of that happened, which brought about this interview, you know, which makes you an interesting person to talk with. But it's good to know that there are people that do carry, that are there in case, as you said, evil attacks. Because if you weren't there, the guy could have got away.
He could have finished everybody in the church.
Yep.
That was his intent. He had multiple loaded magazines, multiple loaded guns in his vehicle. He had already made 2 trips in and out and reloaded.
Wow.
Before I was able to get there.
Well, Stephen, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. And look forward to hearing you speak tomorrow at the Second Amendment rally.
God bless everybody.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good day.